Good afternoon, class. Today we are discussing about remaining topics of technologies for network-based system. So yesterday we have seen what are the types of processors we are having. Means many core processors and multi-core processors are there. In multi-core process, we have seen a dual core, quad core, and some GPU computing is also there, has been covered, and we have taken some examples also there. Means how these GPU is specified and how we are uh, executing in multi-threading environment. We have taken five different environments there, five different processors which has been considered for processing threads, and in a simple and single life cycle, how it is time life cycle, how it is going to execute using multi-threading concept, and these are all discussed in earlier session. And today in this technologies which is oriented with this network based system, I'm going to discuss about the storages what you are using, and the network devices what you are using, or the network areas what we are using to connect or to process. And later on we are going to discussing about virtual machines and what is the virtualization environment we are using here. So these are considered in this session. So the first one is memory, storage, and wide area networking. So simply I am representing the first thing is, so in previous session also we have seen this type of representation only. So here we are using representation what it is including processor speed and also the network bandwidth here. So likewise we are also having the memory chip representation also, that also represented like this only. Means whenever there is an increase in your processor and whenever there is increase in your network, that is a bandwidth, network bandwidth what you are using, there is also increase in your that is the memory chip capacity or the disk capacity what you are using here. So first of all, if you see in 1978, that is in Intel 286, which is using Ethernet. So what it is doing is, it is using only, that is in the 1978 to 1981, they are using only 64 KB of the memory chip capacity to store your data. So underneath, after all that, we are going to these Intel Core i7-990X. So this is using mostly 64 GB or 180 GB. Means these are now these things are also updated, and they are having them so much memory spaces to include to add all these things. So here also, while the increasing in your processor speed and the network bit also, what it is doing is, it is directly impacting to take the changes or the updations has to be done to your memory spaces also. And the disk technologies what you are using from earlier to has to be included or has to be processed in a manner that which we can store more space or the more data for the vast storage of things. And next here it is represented, there is the upper curve and the lower curve. What it is what I represented is, it is increasing in the memory space, process speed, that also memory what you are storing or what you are going to store also has to be increased there. And then next we are having in this topics. So the first one is the disk and the storage technology what we are chosen. So here how we can say that the growth of your memory storages, means if you are processing your data, means you are processing any application, means not simply you are doing all these things in a manner. What you are doing is, you are storing their data, application data, or application supported data or anything, or what you are going to do is, you are storing into your system or processor. So for this representations, what you are doing is, we are using so much of the memories, vast memory spaces here. If we are using personal computer, then there is no need of usage vast storage here, because what you will store is, you will store your personal data, and you can store your that is which is your files, that is represented as images or songs, movies, or any personal data, any career oriented data, or any educational oriented data will be stored into your. So if and so you are using very rapidly, means there is a usage of the memory spaces rapidly, means what you will do, you will go for the extension of your memory space. So that is also allowable one. But coming to the disk and these storage technology of the organizational oriented one, or means organization ones, it is can be a college or any so means a small organized small businesses or the big businesses or anything, any it can be considered here. So what you have to do is nothing but we can't support this small storages to store the data of your organization or anything. For example, if you want to store your college oriented data, what you have to do is nothing but, so you have to take the data of your college from the even establishment, means when it is established it has to be considered. And then next what you are doing is you are going to process all these things, means from for example we'll take our college in 2008 to from 2020. So means how many batches are there, their batches data, and then next their certificates or anything, any personal data, their attendances or any materials, whatever you are specifying has to be stored in our system. So you are, if you are working to store in the a personal computer, means it's not allowable one. So what we need to do, we need to take the a system which will support our college data to be stored on a single system only. So if not, you want to maintain other ones, what you will do is nothing but you can create a server there. We are having a server also, we are having a server. Using that server, we means our faculty are going to log in into that server. What we are doing is we are applying for the leaves, we are updating our daily today routines, and all these happening. So what we are, why we are choosing the server, they means each and every person is not visiting the same system and going to store the data, means I'm going to I can't go to daily, I can't go to the office and I have to store my data there and I have to give the attendance like that. There is not means it's not the considerable one. So what I have to do is nothing but we need to maintain a server there. So for that, what we are doing, we are taking a server device, that is a server processor, and we are storing at a place, and we are taking the accessing through the IP there. That is a public IP is there. Anyone can access through that thing. Okay. So there I need a HPC computer, and if you are considering a organization, small business is considered there, then we need to specify HTC there. So HTC means throughput computing is done. If you are using any type of the computers, what you are doing is we are using the drivers. See, so what is the driver here representing is the solid state drivers, or then you are having the hard disk also. You have two types of the two representations are used to store the data. So the first what we are doing is we are using the storage of this one is the HDD. So this is the representation of your HDD what you are chosen. And then next to it, this is the solid state drivers. HDD means hard disk drive. What you are using means what we are using commonly in our processings, that is in your systems what you are using there. So that is a platter, spindle is there, all they are known, that is a rotating head will be there to write your program. And the actuator what you do is nothing but it will help to write that one. The axis will decide where to write the in the CD, that is in your memory space, where to store your data. So the actuator will point to that one. So this is the HDD. And coming to the SSD means solid state driver. So the solid state driver what you are representing is, so it is using for the speed upping of your storage, and it is not using any actuator or any arms or anything, that is it is not using any spindle type representation. Means how it is like, means you know gramophone. So when you are placing your shield, that is a gramophone one, what it is doing, it is a big one. If you represent it is a big black one representation, circular representation will be there. When you are placing your gramophone shield on that one and placing that point on that one, what it is doing is when it is, while it is rotating, it is playing music or it is playing some song or anything. So how it is going to do is nothing but, there it is representing here. We are having, so we are having a rotating head. When it is rotating through this one, it is writing. It is writing all these things. When you want to access your data, this data, what you have to do is nothing but, like as I said, the pointing will be decided that what data you want to access and what it is processing, like that it is specified. Here there is no such type of representation. Yeah, no need to use this rotating pin, and no need to store that like the data like this. So here we are having the SSD structure which is stored with a cache. Here the memory spaces is there. It is having its cache, own cache, and the controller which is using for all these things. So all these representations, what I am representing, see here what the flashlight is doing, means the spotlight, what I am representing here is, these are the flash memory spaces what we are using for your storage purposes. Means we are having many, means how many memory spaces are that you are using, means that is basically depends upon the SSD what you are chosen or what you are processing here. So why we are choosing SSD? So why we are not processing our simple and basic HDD, means the basic importance or the basic thing here it is used for the heavy write usage. Heavy write usage means we can store a largest amount of the vast amount of the data onto your drive, that is a memory drive what you are chosen to store. And what it is doing is, it is decreasing the power consumption and the cooling, the packaging, what you are mentioning, what you are processing would be decreased here, because the tape units or the disk what are you are considering are being dead, because earlier we are using some tapes, or the tapes are being replaced by that is CDs, and then rewritable are considered. So now by the hard disk representations what you are using, if you are accessing this SSD, then what could be our means benefiting points? Means you will means think of that one. I am using my HDD in our system, but I am we are suggesting usage for our SSD. So what are the benefiting points for me to use the SSD in the place of HDD has been specified. So these are the factors which are affecting these things, and the access time of this HDD is 5.5 to 8.0 milliseconds it is represented. And then next, if you are considering access time, what it is doing is, it is taking only 0.01 milliseconds to access your data. Means it is not taking so much time to access whatever your requested one will be done in the fraction of milliseconds. It is not taking more time to process all these things. So the next factor what it is affecting is random IO performance. So in this what we are doing, what we are providing here is, so we take how many IOs, IO per second, how many IO operations per second here is, it is taking 6,000 IO operations per second, and it is performing only, and it is, I am saying that it is reaching up to, means it is not performing up to, means on exactly 400 also it's not performed by the IO operations here. What it is doing is, it is simply taking up to 400 only. It is hardly will reach to continue or to specify 400 operations, IO operations per second here. So the reliability means the failure rate. What are the failure rates here you are specifying is, it could be less than 0.5. Means there is no any, means if you are any lost your data, any failures are occurred, what could be the chances of the failure is, when compared to this one, is more less than when you are comparing these hard disk drives with these drives, that is the solid state drives. So and then it's coming to the energy savings. Energy savings means you are using HDD in your processor to process your data. How much power it is consuming and how much power it is saving here is, it is saving up to 6 and 15, means 6 to 15 words will be saved, that is it is consuming and also saving all these things. And what it is doing is, it is consuming between two words or 3 words, and based on the system what you are chosen for processing. SSD will be 128 GB will be there, 252 GB is there. So based on the SSD what you are chosen, it will consume that much of the power. So what is the average weight of this power, CPU power what you are chosen is, it is 1% only. means it is in using weightage, means when you are interacting with your systems, what could be the interruption time or the what could be the weightage time you are given. Here is the 1%, and here it is waiting about, and it is not saying I'm waiting for the only 7% here, it is giving as the 1% here. So the extra 6% of that one will be saved here. And then coming to the request times, so how much it is allowing the faster data access, means how much it is for example, one input device or the one device is connected to your system, to your SSD, and is requesting for the data on the what is the time it is taken to provide the data. Here is 20 milliseconds. So 20 milliseconds here has been taken, but it is taking on, if you see the HDD is taking more than representations, that is a 400 to 500 for milliseconds has been taken to that is to connect with this SSD. And also what it is doing is, when it after the connection, if it is raised to access the SSD, what it is doing, it is taking the things to happen in the 400 to 500 milliseconds. So what is a backup rate? So when you are trying to back up your from, what it is taking is, it is taking 6 hours to take the backup. When you are trying to back up with your HDD, what it is doing, it is taking whole day for backupping your data. So this is the representations. These are the factors which we are allowing to usage the SSDs in the place of the HDDs, what you are chosen here. Okay, so the first representation, the disk representation and the storage technology, what it is specifying. So we need to store the data in order to means complete your anything, that is whatever you are performing, application development or your local data or your personal data or anything what you are doing, you need to store the data. So to store the data, what the type of the technology we should use here is, so we will suggest that first we can use the HDD. So if you are if you are updating, if you are changing in your environment to a new generation one, what you have to do is nothing but we need to change your storage capacity also. So the storage capacity changing means we can increase the amount of these HDD, that also one thing. But what you have to do is nothing but, in the place of hard disk, what we need to do is nothing, here we can use SDDs, that is a solid state drivers. Why we are choosing these SDDs means they SSDs means they we have the capability of own controlling, and it's catchy, and it is supporting some flash memory. Flash memory means within the seconds it is processing, or within the seconds it is giving the data to be done here. So the next concept here is, it is about the networkings, what you are using to connect here. So that is a system area interconnects. So here what you are representing here is we can use any type of the networking to establish your connection with the other systems or the other nodes. So the establishment of the networks will be LAN, local area network, or the SAN, storage area network, or the new one, that is the network attached storage. This is the new one. So here LAN means, where that is, for example, if you see in Unix lab, you are all connected to a Linux server. So in this Linux server, what you have done by using these telnet, you are connected to your server and you have done your works. And also another one is the DBMS. You have chosen the DBMS also. You are connected to the DBMS server, that the server what you have chosen for processing, that is Oracle or MySQL or anything. So what you have done there, you are in a networking environment, which is the local area network, which is for the one, that college or the organization only. So here using to connect these, why you are using this, it will connect the clients to the servers. Okay, so that's one. So how we are going to specify the LAN means, we are using the LANs in the place of these connections, what you have specified as the clients. The clients or the systems or can be specified as the nodes. Means earlier classes also I described, if I am using the node or a system or a client or a any representation, means that is clearly representing a system there. So the system can be a server itself, or a PC, or a supercomputer, or anything, whatever you are specifying. So what you have to do is nothing but we need to maintain these nodes into the small clusters which are connected to the Ethernet switch or a LAN, because to get the applications or to get the services of your server, we need to connect to a network there. So after that, so here we are having the another type of representation, that is a storage area network, SAN. So SAN, what it is SAN doing? If you see, LAN is used to connect the clients to the servers. But the SAN, what it is doing? It is connecting the servers to the network storages like disk arrays. Means what it is doing, it is allowing to connect the servers there. Here we are using the personal devices or the personal computers or the simple nodes to connect to the servers, and then these servers can be connected to a network storage, can be specified as a SAN here. If you go for the network attached storage, so the network attached storage is trying to connect the clients to the disk arrays. So see here, so how it is going to process here is the clients are connected to the servers. It is a LAN. If the servers are connected to these disk arrays, it is called as a SAN. If the LAN is attached or the LAN is wishing to connect to the disk arrays, then we use a network topology or the network indication called the network attached storage, which will include or which will try to give the connection or the try to give the permissions to means interact with the clients or the interact with the disk arrays what you are having there. So that is a interconnection what I have said. I hope you got that, ma. LAN is for clients to servers. SAN is for servers to network storages like disk arrays. If you want to give the connection, that is if you want to connect these clients to the disk arrays, we will use here network attached storage representation, which is represented as a NAS here. Okay, so that is one. And then here I am using some representations here. How is the SAN is required on the NAS? You know the LAN how is the LAN structure in the computer networks only. So I am not giving the structures of the LAN here. So see SAN. So these are the clients. Okay. So I can represent what is a LAN here. So see here, this can be represented as a LAN. Okay. So here what it is doing, it is connecting the clients to the servers by using what it is here, Ethernet switch. So if I am choosing this one, I am taking this apart. Means if this representation is taken apart from the SAN, then it will become as a LAN. Okay. So what you are choosing here is, we are creating a LAN environment here. So what the LAN environment is doing, the LAN environment is again, see here, connected to a fiber switch. So why we are using a fiber switch? Then you will have the fiber channels which is there, then you will have a doubt there. So why we are using a fiber switch? I didn't mention any fiber switch there. Why we are specifying to this thing means, so here this fiber switch will allow to use the RAIDs, that is a random access devices disk is there now. So that one, and the secondary storage also. So there is no offense that you can use secondary storage only or you can use RAID levels only. Like that, it is not specifying. What it is doing is, it is maintaining a channel switching between the secondary storage and the RAID levels. If you see this one. So what it is doing is, it is providing a connection to these servers, and then next to the RAIDs or the things what you are chosen or what you are processing here. So how it is going to justify, that is a SAN. So here the SAN is taking clients. The clients what you are proven is connected to the servers. So that SAN architecture will be started from here. If you see, so what is the SAN it is doing? It is providing the servers to access disk arrays. So what could be the disk arrays here is, it is the taken as a RAID and it is taken as the secondary storage. And you are also having a structure which is represented as a here, from here to here, what you are doing, it is a LAN structure, and from it is providing a SAN structure. Okay. So this is the LAN structure and this is the SAN structure. And what is the NAS it is doing here? So it is taking the clients, and then what it is not including any servers to here. So here we can switch up to the, you can connect to the servers by using this one, but the connection oriented one, what it is completely based on this one here is, it is attached to this one, the storage devices. If you see, the fiber channel switching device is using the same representation, and the network attached storage is also using the same representation here. So here, by using the NAS, we are getting these clients to be connected to this network attached storage. So why it is network attached storage means, the storage is what you are chosen, that either it will be RAID or secondary storage or anything, is attached to the network there. Whoever install or whoever connected to this network are allowed to take, or they allowed to get the data of this network attached storage from these Ethernet switch. If you want to, sometimes we need to take care of these storages or the clients also. That's why we also maintaining the servers to take care of all these things. So I hope you get the point there. So I am explaining more. So see here. So what the SAN is representing here is, the SAN is giving the representation that the server is able to, that is the server is connected to the things what you are having here, that is the storage devices or the disk arrays. So what are the storages we are using here? The RAIDs and the next secondary storages here. So the servers are indeed connected to the clients, but we concentrate on this thing only. This is the SAN here. So here we are giving the NAS. So that is network attached storage. So what it means is, the network means we are attaching these fiber channel switch to directly to the Ethernet switch. We are not providing the servers to access here. So we are taking these things to be occurred, or the to be in the hold of network only. That's why we attached this thing to the network. So after all, what we are doing is to take care of all these things, or if you want to provide, or if you want to maintain any server, you can maintain a server, but it is not connected to any network attached storage. It should be connected to the network here. So the network will look after the servers, and then clients, and then storages what you have chosen here. So this is the primary difference between these SAN and NAS what you are having. So if you see the representation, there is a client and host what you have chosen, means what is the LAN working environment, and then NAS working environment, SAN working environment can be described here. So if we are using the servers and the network storage at once, what it is doing, it is providing a SAN here, because it is what it is doing, it is connecting the servers to the network storages, which is called as the disk arrays, that is called as a SAN. Okay. So that's why we represented where these intersection, where it is represented as a SAN. So next go for the NAS here. NAS, what it is doing, it is giving the opportunity to connect this client system to the disk arrays. So here where the client and then these network storage are intersected, the working area is represented as a NAS here. And then next, what is the client, that is what is the LAN one? So LAN, the local area network, is doing the connection between the client and server. So where is the intersection between these two are specified as a LAN. Okay. I think you hope you get the what the client host means. You can take it as a workstation or the PC there itself, and the servers means you well know all these things. Disk arrays means I just know I told what will be the disk arrays here. So this is the representation of your LAN, SAN and the NAS when you are connecting these three things into your one. Okay. So after that, we are having the wide area networking. So here in the system area interconnects, I described about how we are going to use the different types of the networks which are chosen for connecting these servers, client host and the storage devices also. And the fourth representation what I am using is wide area network. So what this wide area network is representing here is, you are using the rapid, means there could be a rapid growth of representations is there in processing of your memory chips or your the bandwidth what you are chosen. So if you are providing that much of representations, means there that much growth in your in your memory representations, what you are choosing, they are providing the networking also. The network bandwidth is also increasing there. So the network links what you are using for these things has to be in a, not in a organizational oriented one. It could be some one area oriented one has to be specified. If you see, this is the example of the WAN architecture what I took here. So I'm taking an example. So different branches are there, the different branches are using to connect to the data center, and I am also providing the connection what they are also using there. So if you see, there are the three different colors representations there. In these three different colors, the four that is the blue one is using MPLS, and then next fourth one, sorry, the purple one is using 4G LTE, and then next the dark one what you have chosen is using representation what is a broadband. What you have chosen, broadband representation is taken. So here how we are going to justify, how we are going to process. All these branches are connected to the data centers only, but these data centers are not using the same representative or the same things to connect to the data center. Somebody is using MPLS along with the 4G LTE, somebody using MPLS along with the broadband thing. And what these things are on some branches, what they are doing is they are directly connecting to the things that is AWS or any Google by using the internet. So what they are processing, what they are doing is they are using different types of representations to connect to the same data center, but they are providing different data that is a network bandwidths, or the networks are used here. So if you are using different types of the network bandwidths, what it is doing, if you are using high bandwidth networking, what it is providing is, it will give you the capability of building the distributed system which are massively. So here you are providing this WAN, so wide area network. So I am giving the different examples. Here is the different branches are there. The data center is situated at one point, and it is used as these 6 different points can be 6 different states or 6 different countries or 6 different towns also. We can't easily say that it could be at the same place only. We can't, if it is at the same place, there is no need to maintain this much of that much of the branches, or there is no maintain that much big data center, and no connections has to be involved. So if you want to take all these things into consideration, so you're having one example that is Reliance is there, and then next Shoppers Stocks, all these things are there. So what they are doing is they are having their data center or their main thing at some Bangalore or Mumbai or anyway. Means they need to maintain the data centers there, but they are having some branches like this. So what they are doing, they are allowing to take, or that allowing to the access of your things what you are doing. Nowadays we are using the JioMart app is there. So JioMart app is there. What it is doing, what it is providing the data for all these, for all people it is providing. So what you have to do is nothing, but we need to provide the branch code of your thing. So the branch code of your thing is, you can give it as a 5222 122, like that we can do, or 5222 0. So what it is doing is, when you are selecting your pin code, it is giving the items to be delivered, or the items to be that is which are available at your pin code. Means what it is changing. It is not it is providing all the data. The data center what you are taking, that is maintaining all the data. When you are changing your pin code, what it is doing is, it is changing the list of the that is products what you are having. It is also changing, and how we are going to connect to that system. I am using the sometimes I will use the phone. So through the phone, what I am using, I can have my mobile data, and I am connecting to the Wi-Fi. That also consider, that is a broadband I am using, that is a Wi-Fi I am also connecting. Means in the one device only I am having 2 different representations. That's why they are chosen this type of one. So you can choose any type of represent. I can use the many, that is a broadband is also considered. I can use here it is, see, I can use the 4G LTE. I can use also these broadband. Means it is not the thing I am using these both things to connect to this data center. What I am trying to say is I can use bandwidth, that is a broadband, or any, I can use your 4G LTE based on my network bandwidth here. So how I am going to process all these things here is by connecting these things into a network that is processing all these things by using Ethernet, and also we are providing some different types of processing. Ethernet bandwidth is also increasing from 10 Mbps to 1 terabyte, like that it is processing. So we are also using this type of representations to indicate a wide area network, and how it is affecting your computing. That is the question. So we are discussing the computing will be done in two ways. That is a high performance computing, high throughput computing. High performance is considered here. The performance high throughput means if you are chosen your phone, the throughput will be considered as when you go for the usage of network in your phone only, there is a usage of the network is there. If you see, there is a mapping representation will be there. If you go for the battery also, then you will see. So what is the usage of the battery level? So the battery level usage, how can you represent is from the morning onwards, from you will see from the midnight. So if you are choosing the time is from 4 to morning 4 to from starting point, what it is specifying or what it is doing is, so here from 4 to up to some 6 or 7, it will be idle. Means there is no any change. There is no any change there. What it is doing, it is will be in the idle state. And then next, if you see, it is done in the peak ways like this. If you are using highly, it will go for the high one. And if you are low, that is, it will go for the like one. If you are, it is another idle, it is like this. So the peak representations will be like this if you go for the battery usage or the bandwidth usage also. If you choose the bandwidth usage, I suggest you try this thing. How you are going to try is, there is a network will be there. If in your phone there is an option or not, I don't know. So there would be the network usage will be there. So the network, for this network usage, we can simply select from where to you want to see your usage. See your usage has to be specified. So for example, I want to know my usage from 10/03/2022 till now. Till now I have been selected. So what it is doing is, it is providing this type of representation, this peak type of representation only, and I am choosing what it is using is a network bandwidth. Means I know how much I am using my phone through internet. So if it is the bandwidth is, for example, see, if the bandwidth usage is like this, means there is no any, just this zigzagging manner, then there is no any increase in this peakage, peak one, what it is what it is specifying. I am not using so much of the memory space or the so much of the bandwidth for my processing, because it will at this endpoint it is specifying this is your peak amount point. If it is touching this point, what you are specifying here is, it is going to allow to access all these things and processing all these things. And there is an option also there in your bandwidth. Likewise, how much amount of the memory space or the space we want to access also, you can set that one. There is in some phones, there is also one processing like that. I want to access up to 1 GB, I want to access access up to the 2 GB, like that. Because when you are reaching this point, your phone will suggest that you have reached this point, you want to increase the usage of your phone or not. So if you want to increase, then you can say unlimited, like that. What it is doing is, there is no any limited point. If you are increasing your peak, means then there is no point. So if you see, if I set the point, that is a starting point is there. If you see, this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis, and this is the limitation of my usage. So if your limitation of the usage is underneath this thing, underneath the point what I have drawn, then the performance of your network bandwidth what you are using is a very low, means it is not getting your data to be performed. So if you are using these performance at this point and it is not reaching, and then it means I am taking here the 50%. If it is not reaching the 50% of the peak level, what you will say, so what I am trying to get my data through the bandwidth is not allowing to access, because the bandwidth what I have chosen is not providing me data usually what I have chosen, like that. So the performance, how we means you have the doubt, HPC, high performance computing, like that. So how can I know the performance of your phone or any device, means then there are several options are there. You can choose the one task, or you choose 1 hour, 1 day, like that you are choosing. What it is doing is it is providing the thing to traverse, or the things to take, means there are many things you can change, or the many things you can means it will decide whether the performance is a high or low. So if you see your battery usage, what it is doing is from the morning or from the morning itself it will be in the high peakage only, because you are using Zoom app continuously. So what is the usage of your phone on the Zoom app, means it will say 80% of the battery or the 70% of the battery has been used. So most of the energy consumption, or the most of the bandwidth consumption, the most of the power consumption, and then next most of the memory consumption, what will be the factor here is the Zoom app it is using. So the performance of the Zoom app here is will be the high. So meanwhile it also taking, while listening the class, somebody will chit chat with others, somebody there is an option that is somebody may not join the class, they means they won't join the audio also. So somebody will what they are doing is they are simply chit chatting with others. What they are doing means, if you go for the analysis of the other apps also, they will take the little part of the bandwidth, little part of your power consumption, and the next the performances will be described there. So what are the things we need to consider in your area of network, whether it is a WAN or LAN or SAN or NAS? What it is doing is, if you want to know your performance, we need to cut up in which factor you want to know the performance of your computing. Means if it is in the phone, what you are doing, what you want to know, the performance of the bandwidth. Okay, well, no, go for the network, and then again you see the network usage is there. So go for the network usage, and there is an option you will see from past how many days, how many months I am using this network bandwidth, and the network usage or the memory usage, how I am using, that will be plotted on your screen with a that is a zigzagging one. So if it is a peak one, it is entering into the tip point, what it is specifying is, okay, well and go, I am using these things in a well manner, like that it is specifying. Okay, so that's about your WAN architecture, what you have chosen. So these are the SEMA. This is the AWS, is the Amazon Web Service you are using. Dropbox is also one cloud we are using. Azure is a Microsoft. In the coming classes and the coming units also, we will see all these things, each and every structure and each and every representations of these one, how the clouds are using, how they are for representing or specified. Until now, any doubts you have? Any doubts? Any doubts you can place on the chat box, or you can raise your hand. I can unmute you. Okay. That's it for this session. Thank you, because you're having another class at 1:45, I think.